Let's get into the jazz. So for the people that are new here, I will show you what we're working on, and then I'm gonna get into Substance Designer. So today in Substance Designer, we're gonna be working on a material similar to the Spark. I already kind of started on it. Actually, that is, I'm gonna have Unreal loading in the background. Z's scary powerful, dude. It's like draw stick. It's awesome. To think about remeshing that tree is like nightmares. What is going on here? I have like epic. What? There it is. I'm like, what? Where? Oh, look at that amazing guy, Mr. Tim Sweeney himself. Okay, well that is loading. We can look at, this is what I started working on. It's pretty rough currently as well, so. And I'm not too comfortable with Substance yet, but we're gonna get through it together. I can give you, just kind of distort it a bit so we get some depth to the surface. You're using Blender at the moment, huh? Awesome. No, Blender's fine, man. Yeah, Moto's, I'm not familiar enough with Moto's animation pipeline to know. I know that I saw Matt rig a character model and then like a mech, animate it in Moto, and then export out the FBX and brought the FBX directly into Unreal, and all the animations are already set up with a time loop already, like it was good to go. It's probably the most impressive like integration I've ever seen of animation. Okay, so this is the scene that we're working on throughout the stream time. And this is the tree that we were just looking at remeshing. Oh yeah, I need to update this because the arm here is different. Actually, let me do that now before we get into Designer. Yeah, Blender's fine. I think if you're learning and it's like it's there, it's usable, it's ready to go. You get your feet wet in 3D. Yeah, Moto 10.2 is sick. How you doing, Dream? So Mesa is studying at the moment in product and system design and engineering. I'm into modeling and texturing handmade models. Use Blender. Do you think ZBrush would benefit me if I use it for hand-painted models? Hand-painted models as in like stylized cartoony texturing models? Is that what you mean? Gonna sit this here while I solve this Moto thing. A method, it'll also depend on if you're Zara, thanks for the follow. It'll depend on if you're baking down your maps and stuff as well, so Wait, what? Oh. I'm like, where? What? Whoa, I'm super confused. What is happening? There we go. I'm just placing this arbitrarily in the center. Just gonna update this guy. Oh, what? Why can't I? No. That works for me for now. That's the new updated version. And then you can see I've ended the base here. I'll just put some plants in the way and then we'll add like our own separate pieces here. What's up, Dazzo? How you doing? Yeah, if you're a student as well, it's pretty easy to get a hold of, whatchamacallit, of licenses through Autodesk for like 3 years. So you can basically learn Maya or Max for free, or have access to their tools for free. So that's cool. All right, we'll just save this. Nice. It's like a skeleton mesh coming in with the tree. That's weird. Thanks, Simp. Hold Alt and middle button? No. Really? Oh my god. So is that... what? Whoa. Is that just temporary? Oh, that's freaking nice. I didn't know you could do that. It's temporary pivot offset? Dude, sick. I did not know you could do that. That's awesome. You guys are the bee's knees. Alright, there's a lot of you in here already. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope your week has started off well. Okay, let's make sure this is all good. We'll leave that up because I'm sure someone's going to ask about it. And then just so you guys know, we're going to have this reference is going to be... it's going to be up on my other screen. Just so you guys can see all of Substance. Reeds is a CG artist for sure. Substance is not easy, man. I mean, I'm like choking on it as well. It's fun though. It's all good. So some of the details I'm looking at getting in here today is it's kind of, they're like the chips that are just kind of scattered throughout. I don't even know how I'm gonna get that, but we'll just start playing around with substance and see what we come up with. I'd assume maybe something like this node, cells 3. I'll just drag this up here. We'll use base material and just drag it onto there, and then if you go down and expose base color, you can plug in whatever you want. We'll just do that. We'll make the roughness all the way up, and then we'll make sure it's non-metallic so you can see what we're doing. What's up, Zen? You're not sleeping when I stream? Oh, dude. Head Trip, how you doing? What's the difference between 22 and 32? What? Oh, age. 18, that's why you asked the... Yeah, man. Age is crazy. Age is weird. So, just so everyone knows about this, if you double-click on the background, you can think about it as giving you access to the parameters of the overall project. And that's where you can control, like, your overall resolution of your scene. So you don't have to be manually controlling these guys. Just some other random tips about that. So double click in the background, make sure that your output format is set to absolute and you make it 16-bit, or else you're going to get some gnarly like stepping in your gradients in your height map. So you're just going to get a much better height map result out of your scene. A few other random small tips is these are just some things that I learned early on through dabbling, is an input or output. If it's gray, it's a gray texture, and if it's yellow or this orange, it's a the sherbet. What's up, Barbarian? The sherbet color means that it is a colored input or output. So depending on if you do this and you see the red dotted line and you connect it, it's automatically going to put a collapsed gradient map node and convert the image into color so that it can work there. And you'll notice too when you hit like when you hit the space bar. Oh man, this mic is gonna be okay. You hit the space bar and you want to do like a slope blur, or most of the other nodes will have a grayscale version of it. So you'll notice if you keep doing stuff that involves colors and you're gonna get a bunch of these gradient node things, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass to handle later when you don't need any of that. For this one you will, but for the most part, if there's a node that you're using and you need to and it's a grayscale, make sure that you know if there's a chat's going crazy. Make sure there's a grayscale version of it, because that'll save you node counts just for upkeep and keeping things clean. Oh, virus, did he? What's up, Spider? Hola. Hola, Spider. What's while I'm struggling through this, what was he doing? What was he using for it? Because it looks like I'm gonna be using this and maybe some like levels. If you select a node and then hit spacebar and then look for whatever you're gonna look for, like so I typed in levels and I hit enter, it will automatically bridge the gap. It'll connect through the structure and then just make it work. That's interesting. There's some gradients going on in there. I'm just gonna bring this over here. So this base material too, if you scroll down, you can add like height map, you can make true, normal you can make true, which basically exposes inputs. So normal, turn this height map into a normal, put that in there. Control shift right click for rotating your environment. I should use Quilly Willy as a cheat sheet. Yeah, his whatchamacallit, his Gumroad is really good for that type of stuff. If you didn't know. So I've got this node. Wonder if I can use this as like a blur high quality grayscale. Do that. Turn the quality all the way up, lower intensity. Do the levels on it. So we do that, basically we can get some gradients into the shapes. Let's see. Blend node. Multiply. We're actually going to turn the scale of the... Oh, that's creepy looking. I'm actually going to get rid of the color on this. I'll turn the diffuse off. We'll just go off of whatever. Plain high res. Ho ho! Look at that madness. Height to normal node. Whoa. All right. What the hell? What? Let's do that. Yeah, that seems to be a little more accurate. This is one of their new nodes, isn't it? Surface size. Interesting. Yeah, that is pretty nice. So I would consider this detail right here. I'm gonna move this up a bit. I consider this detail as like one state, and this detail another state. At each of these states that you're gonna blend together, I would do what Quilly Willy does, and remember the name of the node. What is the name of the node? Histogram range. Because you can use this, essentially, this is how you're going to push your, like if you pull up your histogram, this is how you move the positioning of the range around. So if you need it to not be so strong, do it through this. I also believe I want to invert this, and you can do inverting in the levels at the bottom here, like that. Or you can do it the other way around. You can, instead of doing it that way, if you have some special levels, you can just do an invert. The downside, what the hell? Do the invert after this, since it's going to make a grayscale node. So this one being so sharp, you can see there's a bit of noise going on the edges of those cracks. What's up, Asgard? Invert color. Thanks, man. I told you, man. I'm like, what the hell? It's grayscale. It's grayscale. I gotta blur this one. I told you my I have not spent enough time in Substance Designer. It's all right though. We're just kind of playing with shapes. The histogram node compared to levels. So the histogram range node, if you can see the histogram here, is helping you shift your range around. So the range slider is essentially clamping, or it's not clamping, it's compressing all of your information on both sides. And the position moves it around in space. As you can see, like, it takes that clamped information or the condensed information and moves it like this. Asgard, you have problems, huh? I'm just gonna look at it really quick. I'm not sure what that is about. It looks like it's not finding materials. That's yeah, I don't know, man. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoops. I like this one for now. See, this one's nice because you can keep full range, but you can move it back in the height map space. Oh, that's really weird, Asgard. Yeah, it does look like it's missing a path to a texture, but if it's working on one and not the other, that makes like no sense to me. Yeah, so see how like mid-range all that information is. I'm just gonna keep playing around in here. Later, Melt. Don't expect anything amazing out of this substance push, but we'll just dabble. I wonder what happens if I... Yeah, that's like way better. That's so crazy. Yeah, using ZBrush and Substance together is actually a great idea because you can... It's kind of like how I was doing this trim stuff. This stuff here. Like I'm just sculpting those. Oh man, that strength is a little crazy. But I'm just sculpting these, right? And then I'm bringing those in. Like I'm bringing it in as a height map. And then I'm using a tiler. And then masking it out with shapes. And then positioning it on a 0 to 1. And it's got all the information in it, so that's really good. Why in 1024? For speed? I mean, you don't need it to be 2048 while working. You can turn it up when you need to, right? Yeah, it's usually just for speed's sake. Weird. Yeah, you can change it whenever you want. So you just double click the background and then up here you can just turn it up to 2048. And now it's a 2048. All your maps are outputting at 2048. That's why it's important when you say new substance and you relative to parent. And then the parent is just the project. Oh, you know what I need to do? Yeah, Opacos, that's freaking super powerful. That's probably one of the main reasons you want to be using these type of tools. I forgot to change the thing. It says that I forgot to say that I was in Substance, so my title of the video says I'm in ZBrush. There we go. Yeah, this that AO node is ridiculous. I don't even... Dem calculations. Look at that. It's amazing. See, what I'm worried about right now is I'm getting this really procedurally generated looking, these shapes going on here. Probably need to take this. Offset that jazz. Tile it a little bit more. Another thing, I don't know, highlighting these, you press X, you can just switch the inputs, which is pretty nice. Oh yeah, the water level node. Yeah, that thing's crazy. Oh, dude, awesome. What'd you apply for, man? So backwards, but it looks... I don't know. I don't know. You got an extra Prime sub. Oh, I hate you. Yeah, I should be hearing back from them this week. And by I hate you, I love you. Thanks for the thought, man. Just like, wow, rude. He hates him. Jeez. UI designer, nice. Awesome, man. Dude, that's way off. That's awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck on your interview, dude. That's pretty exciting. Who was asking about the histogram? Punky. It was Punky. Game dev, why is it so scattered? I would say recently it's become very scattered, like globally. Oh, subtracting is interesting. Let's see how we have these shapes in here, right? This'll make some stuff pretty clear to you, Punky. So we got these shapes in here. Don't mind their weird shape. We'll solve that in a bit. What's up, Jay Smith? It is sorcery, man. So like, so you've got these shapes, right? And you have it's blending with this shape. And maybe we want to sink these further down into the surface. That's where that histogram range comes in handy. Because you can actually, so if I give it the full range, let me see the histogram. You can move the position of the height map forward and backward in space, right? By just shifting. So if I want, I can have it the very, very back and just barely peeking through, which you can see has really lowered the brightness of the height map for those shapes. But I think we want, for now, we're gonna want those pretty exaggerated. It gives you the ability to shift things around. So let's start messing up this thing. actually. How do I want to do this? Maybe I need to change the shape. Interesting. Oh, it's 3D Licks I was asking? Alright, cool. Yeah, that, Ben uses it all the time because, like, do you remember how I was talking about the histogram being, like, the range of, like, depth? You take that depth and you can move things around in it, so it's kind of like, you think about it like the actual depth of the surface itself. So if you need to, you can move things around to go in between bricks or above bricks. That's kind of how his thought process behind that, which is genius. Makes so much sense when you think about it. Professor DiNusty. No. No. I can't take a role like that, man. It's 8:05, so we will be looking at your guys' stuff. There's also a few portfolios that I need to go through. Hey, what's up, Fear? So we might start the critiques a little bit earlier. Hey, Morgan. That's not weird at all. Wonder if I make this blend. Dude, look what it's doing to that surface. That's great. That's great. That's more along the lines of some of... Where is it at? There's some other reference that I had where it's basically like just little like nick marks and stuff that are happening. Like we don't want that smoothness there. Yeah, I'm playing with this this bark material here, trying to get some like we kind of have this stuff down, but I'm looking into getting some of this. But right now I think oh yeah, you're getting a little bit of that chipping stuff going on here, but right now we're just kind of playing around. I need to get more comfortable with Substance Designer, so just do it. I wonder if levels is going to be. We're just trying a bunch of stuff. Dude, look at that. That's crazy. Of course we don't want that, but that's cool. Basically if you wanted to be doing distortion stuff on your, let's see what this looks like. You're gonna want gradients when you're using slope blurs, because it needs range to do things. This alpha is crazy. That's what it's doing to the whoa. Is this moss on the tree he's doing at the moment? No, I'm just there's some little elements of the bark that are like chipped in. Really, I'm just exploring shapes and stuff, but essentially we're gonna need to get, like, if you profile the let's do this. If you profile the material, there's elements that are making it look the way that it looks. So you've got these shapes. Oops, hang on here. We'll get this going. We've got shapes like this. These cut-ins here. There's all these shapes that are doing this, right? There's these little, like, they're like little nick marks. Some of them look like knots or like holes. And then there's this surface as well. And then occasionally, you're getting weird dips and stuff. And like this spot comes up. Nice. People sketching or carving into the wood. Don't forget to add the bird poop later. You know it. You know it. But yeah, there's a lot of elements that are happening in here that I need to make sure to solve. Like these, I probably wouldn't add them to the material. There's these, which are really interesting. They're like round. You get a little bit of that on the temple stone, which I'll probably steal. Where is it at? This is the current, like, stone material. Let me see if I can find the... It's pretty basic material. It needs a better albedo. But like this stuff, I think that's coming from moisture. Let's see where that's coming from. It's like, where the hell are you? Is it this one? No. Oh, maybe it is. No. Oh man, my mouse is squeaky. I need to get a new mouse. Oh, here we go. Grunge Map 04 or 004. That one's a good one. So if we go back into this material, we ignore this for now? Do you guys know if there's a way to, so you see when I drag this and I want to drag it onto this one too? Is there a way to keep the wire active so that I can just go here and then go here? He's gonna become a CG master. It's awesome. Yeah, let's look at this node. Yeah, this one's nice. Some organic stuff going on in there. So we'll bypass these details for now. And we'll do a blend. Oh. Well, this is going to be really intense, but let's plug it in and see what's going on. Yeah, control works? Okay. So if I do this. Awesome. Okay, cool. Good to know. I might not need to use the... See, this is really slow. If I turn this down to 1024, it'd be just a little bit faster. Dude, you guys have such good options for classes nowadays. That's great. It's like makes me sad. It's like, oh, I wish I had that. Super brutal. Wow, this is totally not the way to be going about this, but it's adding a bit of that detail I want. You see those little breaks? Those are nice. I wonder what happens if I sharpen them. Am I going to teach a class in the future? Good guy, DiNusty. Oh, you guys. I mean, I'll get sub, and then you guys can choose what you want to do. What you guys want to do with that. There's always donations, but I'm not going to ask you guys to be donating. It goes towards the stream. Like, that's why I was able to play with Speedtree for a little bit, because you guys essentially got it for me for a month. But yeah, I won't be asking for that stuff. Maybe I'll do a Patreon if I can't get the sub. But yeah, I won't be asking. It's not what this is about. I'm pretty sure that that's a dolphin right there. It's a dolphin on like a bong or something. The things you see when you're really tired. Don't ask, he'll start charging us. Get out of here, Melon. Yeah, I may look into Saves the D-Days. I may look into some options if I can't get a sub button quickly enough. But dolphin on a duck. That's what makes the best materials, dolphins and bongs. Yeah. So this breakup's pretty nice. It's very. I mean, it's bringing in some of those elements. It might need to be inverted. And we're really fudging like micro values here. Those might need to just be bigger. Like, what's my material tiling at right now? Yeah, it's only tiling at 1. So if I tile it twice, then that stuff gets totally lost. I think we're gonna just remove this. I mean, look, that's still lost. Anyway, it's just another layer of detail that we're gonna have. What's Freezy's problem? Screaming, what's up, man? I'm reading through this stuff. What's Demon's issue going on right now? I'm still not down with those warps being so. This might need to be blurrier. P3, thanks for the follow. You the best. I can't get the height to show up in the 3D view. It still looks mostly flat for me. Okay, so thanks, Dazzo. So if you're in, so if you go to your material, right? Default definitions, physically metallic roughness. Make sure you're on tessellation. Then once you're on tessellation, if you go in material default edit, you'll have like your tessellation factor, which is essentially tessellating the mesh, and then your scale is the range, the 0 to 1 range for the displacement. The other thing you're gonna want to do is have a like, I just try and simplify things and just add a base material node. And then if you scroll down through this, there's a height map. Like, you can't see it because it's off screen, but down below the chat here, if you click true, it will expose a height input. Plug your height map into that, like this one is. So I'll just drag this up here so you can see. So this is like base material with nothing plugged in. Plug in your height map into the node that you've exposed through the parameters down here. And then hold down your right click and drag it onto the viewport. And you should get your, like, you can't see it right now because I have this normal node here that I need to drag up on here as well. So right click dragging onto the material is how you get it viewable in the viewport. Jason, thanks for the follow. And BNDGB, thanks for follow. Dude, you guys got some crazy names. Is it Justin? It's a cool name. Justin. Agent Justin. What is going on with I guess my I'm with specular, so go to metal and turn the metallic all the way down and turn my roughness up. There we go. You'll make a screenshot of what you get? All right, cool. Yeah, do that. I will try and help you. Maybe I don't need the sharpness. Yeah, I think it's time to get a new mouse. The scroller is like squeaking like crazy. All right, let's look at some other elements that are happening in here. Oh yeah, there's the little nick mark things that are happening randomly. Where are those at? So let's started playing with it here. Let's see if we need a better map than that. So if I use clouds, plug that into that one. Oh, I can feel it like squeak under my finger too. I hope it's not being picked up on the mic too much. I think I'm gonna change the shape. No. No. This one's okay. Just not in the mood for that other one. Alright, let's see what these look like. Oh, that one's interesting. Look at this one. So we're using a waved, like creased pattern, and it's just waving the shapes. What's up, Ben? How you doing, dude? That's kind of cool. Then we can do another slope blur with this one. Oh yeah, size variation. What's going on, Ben? What's good? What? Nice luminance variation. Just the more randomness you can get in these, the more I think it just tends to come off less and less procedural. We're at 58 people. Dude, 50 of you are talking. That's amazing. You guys are the dopeness. Thanks, Melon, for the serious about supporting. That's awesome. You fiend. What are you talking about, man? I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm looking at the stuff, and we're trying to establish some of the details. Essentially, we're doing a shape exploration study right now, and we're looking at details that I can't even see right now, like this stuff. So we got that. We've got some like shapes that we need to echo in the material. What's up, Element? How you doing? I am not using FX maps right now. I'm not familiar enough with them currently, but dude, I think that's where like that's like when your stuff starts to look less procedural, I think, just because you'll have access to certain looks that just have to actually be made by you versus just using what's available. This area is interesting. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'm gonna get all cheesy and add a glow to this jazz. That way I can see it better. Dude, effects maps are where it's at. You're back. What's up, Melt? How are things, Element? Dude, head, don't even trip, head trip. We'll do a talk about FX maps because they're gonna be, yeah, they're crazy. Later, Forceling. See you, dude. This stuff's really interesting. This is interesting too. There's like weird little scoops that are happening. Yeah, FX maps get kind of crazy with the maths. This is like way too strong right now. I'm doing good. Math, I thought I could escape you. No. No. No, you cannot. Not if you want to be the ultimate badass. So actually, we'll make these 100. Would it be possible? Would it be possible to make a 3D model that has changeable mesh in game, like 100% custom crafting? I mean, yeah. I don't know if it would be possible to make a game out of it per se. I don't know. I don't know how easy it would be. If that makes sense. Oh, these are getting weird. They're getting a little scrapey. Let's see what this looks like. It's a 2048. Yeah, those shapes it's given us are a little too procedural looking. I wonder if we can do like a 2D into here, then back into here, and then just take this one. There's not really a artist-friendly way of describing those nodes, honestly. Yeah, but the custom crafting that you'll get in some vehicle games is bringing in other parts that are modularly like snapping. It's like Legos, right? That's interesting. I think maybe grid number. One thing you'll see that's a problem is I'm trying to like push these smaller shapes, which are quite low on the histogram range. See, they're in this bottom left here. I'm trying to get it to a point where you can see them. But if I push them too far, you basically you hit the bottom of the height map, right? Let me see if I can find a good example of this. Like right here. You hit the bottom of the height map. So like it just flattens out. So to fix that, we actually need to use the histogram range and shift the bark and everything else away from the bottom so that we have more room. So now we have more room on the bottom of this, which should allow us to, instead of using levels here, should be able to use a histogram range again. I'm still waiting for what are they called? What's the company called? The little figurines. My brain is not. It's not doing it. Warhammer 40K. I'm still waiting for them to go digital. Can you imagine if they went digital and made the little parts, and people were paying microtransaction for those parts, and then the painting tool in the program would just basically be a Substance Painter with smart materials that they've custom authored that you're paying for as well. Oh my god. People pay money to make their own custom digital sets. They could even then, like, if the person wanted it in real life, they could request a 3D print, and then it'll already be like the 3D printer could be custom painting that stuff. It'd be crazy. These are interesting. So by inverting it, making it additive instead. Doing stuff like this. Let's move it down in space a bit. Then we'll use another splatter node. Well, no, like the substance painting stuff that I was talking about that they could do. They could just have it, I don't know, bake it out, like as part of the process. Like a baker built into the thing. That'd be freaking crazy. Grid number would turn up now. And we'll blend it with this before. Do oh, actually we can't do it that way. We're actually going to need to do the blend this way because we need to subtract this one. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, so, okay, we'll look at this really fast. So it looks like your information's correct. The normal being input onto the surface as well. And the other thing that I would say is your normal map probably needs to be quite strong as well. Normal alpha, what is that? What is this node? So you'd have a tile generator, then you'd want to let's see if I can just do this. So we got a base material. Drag that up here. Tile generator. Okay, this is our tile generator. And here we'll expose the height and the normal. Well, no, we'll do it like you did it. So normal's not exposed. Then we'll do normal. Let's say we were using the old one. So we got that, and then we get this normal map, which is kind of weak because there's no gradients. So I'm gonna do a blur on this. Can you see that? Okay. So if you look at the normal here, and go back to the blur, let's turn the quality up and the intensity on the blur, lower it. So now we've got some details. So that's our normal. Then let's say that this is our height. When you plug your height in, you're basically getting the height information, but you're not getting any displacement on the normals themselves. So you have to apply the normal, and that's usually when the details get better. Let me see if I can't. So for me, see, the scale is like crazy. Like, that's insane. So let's lower that. So that's just the normal. You'll see my normal intensity is quite low. So if I scale this, I wonder if I don't blur. Yeah, see, this is when you start getting this weird effect. Basically, you don't have a normal map that's supporting the shapes that are being generated by the height map. And you can see if the normal strength is really low, you're essentially getting what you're seeing here. Custom node that just having a normal with levels to remove the alpha. Why do you need a custom node? That might also be causing the problem. But yeah, make sure to turn your normal strength up so that it supports your. It's not strange to see a normal intensity between 5 and at the maximum 20. If for some reason you need a normal that's 20 in strength, you're getting a normal that looks like this. And you see how much better it's supporting the displacement. Whereas as I lower it, it starts to soften the normals themselves. Okay, in about 15 minutes, we're going to be looking at your guys' stuff. You can post it. If you're not part of the Discord, you can join the Discord on that link I just dropped. And in the work in progress section, there's an area where you can just kind of post what you're working on, and I just kind of go through it at the end of each stream. Usually takes 45 to an hour now to do it. Normal intensity was at 10 on the screenshot. Have you tried using just a regular normals, like a height to normal? Because I'm wondering if that node is just causing issues. Man, that height to normal node is really nice. Because like the first thing that sticks out to me is that you're using a custom node. I have no idea what that node is doing, even though you've said like it's removing the alpha. Anywho, yeah. Also, if you guys need to look at the VODs and stuff, you can go to I have a YouTube channel. You can just go there and look up whatever you need to look up. I try and keep it updated. I usually post videos throughout the week of like the past stuff. It might have something to do with the scale of designer. If you go above 1, it starts to lift up. That means that means you have no black in your height map. So everything eventually starts to move, right? There's far too many of these. "61 people in here. You guys are amazing." Yo, Instigator. How's it going? How are you? What's good today? It's actually, I have not looked at the Discord. Should probably do that just to make sure I'm not like... Let me see. Oh yeah, you guys Lincoln Ben Wilson stuff in here. Knock Prime, welcome to the Discord. Sky Barrier. Is it Dirt Boy? Midgie? Welcome. You guys think it's worth getting a 1070 now? Yeah, I think. Well, it depends. What's the video card you have right now? Actually. Okay, we have a okay amount of stuff to go through on the work in progress section. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Shojin. Old Quattro, so extremely awful. Yeah, totally time. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's totally time to upgrade. I would say if you had a 980, then you could probably wait for, the next generation. Oh man, Ben Wilson, I just saw a little preview of your material. I'm a little warm now. Just a little, I don't know, a little awkward on stream. Okay, cool. So we're gonna dabble in here for just a little bit longer, and then we'll get to you guys. Oh yeah, this is good. So these holes are just those aren't feeling right. I don't know, I just need to come up with another approach for the way they look. It's not natural. It's just not natural. Wonder if I can feed the warp back in through. Whoa. I don't know about that, guys. Actually, if I did that, but then lowered the intensity. 2D transform. Wow, this network is so dirty, so messy. What's up, Track? We're playing around with, right now we're just doing shape exploring. We're looking at this material on this tree to eventually go about making bark for this scene. This will actually be really helpful because we'll need it for this tree as well. So essentially I'm making like all the master materials for the bark material. For this guy and this guy. And there'll definitely be more of these. There'll be some smaller ones. And then any roots that go across and like go down things, and yeah. Gonna be good. Raz, we can definitely look at more of your stuff. Yeah, it's definitely, if you think it looks meh, don't even, just leave it out, I guess. I don't know. Put it on a blog. On your blog. Like most of my stuff I've been putting on a blog. I started updating my ArtStation and adding stuff to it, and it just feels weird because it's older stuff, and I don't know if I should. Like, is that helping me? It looks like Skyrim. Thanks, dude. How you doing? Dude, your username, I don't know. I'm gonna call you Trek. So yeah, we're just kind of material exploring for now. Trying to figure out some shapes and details that we're gonna need. So I'll save this. We'll go in here. I'm gonna exit out of this. I might do a few demonstrations in Modo if we need to. So I'm just gonna leave this open. Okay, so first up we've got Uranium. Uranium's playing in Substance Adblock user. No. Alright, so this is looking pretty cool. It looks like you're not using a normal in this. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, we need a transition, guys. Give me a second here. Track, thanks for the follow, dude. Dasso. We can't blame him. It's true. He's in here. He's always in here now, so. Okay, let me switch out.